Welcome back to Starfield. This is the Starfield Essentials series. My name is Richard, and today I wanted to take a tour of some of the ships that I have stolen recently. Here's my companion, Sarah. This is my ship that I fly on the regular, Red Wolf. And there's Vasco. I also have him assigned to the ship. But the issue I want to discuss is how to find your way around some of these larger ships when you steal them. One of the tasks I love to do in Starfield is to capture ships, usually on the ground, but sometimes in space. And when I board them, I can't find my way to the bridge sometimes because they're fairly large, some of these ships. So I've got several of them in my collection, and I thought I would take you on a tour of them. So to do that, we're going to talk to the ship technician.
What can I do for you?
And
sure.
We're going to change ships. This is Red Wolf. This is my main ship. I'm currently in my first New Game Plus. I'm at a little over 400 hours, level 114. It took me about 20 hours after going through New Game Plus at about 326 hours to get 1 million credits, at which point I bought a cheap ship, completely rebuilt it into this beauty we have here. But this video is not about this ship. Here's the Frontier. I haven't done anything with it. You know, you get it when you go through New Game Plus. And here's the Starborn Guardian. I really don't care for this ship too much. It's got a low amount of cargo capacity. Can't modify it. It doesn't have EM weapons, so it's tough to steal ships in space with it. And there's no bed, no workbenches, nothing, so I got rid of it as soon as I could. But here in my collection, I have a couple of big boys. I have a UC Vista III, I have an Ecliptic Claymore III, and I have a Freestar Vista III. And the Freestar Vista III should just be the same as the previous one, but we'll take a look at each one. So why don't we just take a look now at this Freestar Vista III. So this is now my home ship. And when I turn around, there it is. My goodness, look at that thing. So one of the issues you have when you go to capture a ship like this is, let's say you're on the ground and you're approaching it. Two things I look for are obviously the landing bay, and Sarah's in the way here, but one is the landing bay and two is the bridge. And typically when I'm running to get to one of these ships, I'll have my scanner open, something like that, which sometimes can help because it'll, well, first of all, it'll tell you the type of ship it is. And then secondly, it might highlight areas that you weren't noticing earlier. So for example, it's not really obvious where the landing bay is on this. I can see it right here now, but if I highlight it, I can kind of make it out there. So now I know, okay, the landing bay is over here, so I'm going to have to get to that part of the ship in order to board it. And then the second part I'm looking for is the bridge. And usually the bridge is going to be the very front of the ship, but that's not always the case, and clearly we can see here, this Vista has it somewhere near the center. So what this tells me is as I get to this ship, I'm going to board around here. I'm going to have to make my way up here eventually in order to take over the ship. The other problem is you're going to have to clear this whole thing. If there's crew members throughout it, they're going to be there to obstruct your progress, and you have to kill them all, unfortunately, before you can take the ship. So let's run over here, take a look at this thing. So typically what I'll do is I'll just burst my way over to the ship here, just sprinting. I do everything in first person too. I find the third person kind of disorienting, so first person it is for me anyways. And I just run all the way up and get to the door. And now obviously this ship is landed. I could go straight to the cockpit because this is a ship that I own, but we're not going to do that. We're going to simulate as if I were taking over the ship. And I think in a future video I will do that, just to show you my process. So here we are.
The same as the real thing.
We are on this ship now. And of course the first thing you might do is say, well, maybe I need to get to the front of the ship. Oh, there's Sarah. Apparently she already was there. But if we remember when we looked at the ship from the outside, the bridge was sort of near the center and it was at the very top of the ship. So I'm going to take that as a hint that maybe I need to go up this ladder. And I'm not going to embarrass myself by jetpacking up to the top. I could do that, but yeah, I'm not too good at that. Here on console, my skills are not the best. So one thing I like to do is try to keep a sense of where I am on the ship. I know that to the starboard side, which is over here, starboard is to the right, looking forward. Port is to the left, looking forward. I try to keep in mind, okay, that I came in on the port side, and I think there's even, yeah, there's a window here I can take a look out and see, yeah, that's where I came in on that side of the ship. So I try to keep that in mind as I'm moving towards or through the ship, and I'm thinking that the bridge is somewhere above me. By the way, there's Marika. She's one of my favorite companions. She's got a great positive attitude. Hi there, Marika. Great positive attitude. So here I am moving forward, and of course, if this were on a real mission, I'd be probably fighting my way forward. And this is actually a good sign. I can't go any far forward. That makes it a little bit easier. And I see here that I've got two off to the starboard side. I've got a little storeroom here, nothing in there, and over here. So I'm looking for a ladder to go up, because right now I'm on the second level of the ship, and I need to go higher. So now again, I'm remembering as I'm going down to the ship, or going down through the ship, on my right side is where I came in. Now I'm going to look over here. Again, if along the way as I'm going through the ship, if I get lost, what I'll do is I'll just go back to where I came in and say, oh yeah, I came in on this side. This is the ladder I took to get here. And I might look at a landmark like behind me, here's the armory. All right, so now we're going back forward towards the bow of the ship. Don't see anything over here. Now I'm looking out the port side. So I'm missing a ladder. There's got to be a ladder here somewhere to get up to the next level of the ship. Come in through here. Maybe there was something I missed. So now I'm starting to wonder, okay, maybe the way to get up to the next level of the ship is not on this level. Maybe this is it for me. Maybe this is as far as I can get on this part of the ship. Just take one more look over here. Aha, there we go. So on the, looking towards the bow again, this is the port side. Looking aft, here is the ladder that will get me to the next level. So just to retrace my steps here one more time. Here's the ladder I came up when I first boarded the ship. If I turn left here, left again, here is a ladder that will get me higher. This is where I need to go. And to my left, to the port side is, oops, on that side. All right, so here we go. We're going up. Oh, and there's Vasco. Vasco's chilling. This looks like I'm occupying the same space as Vasco. Ugh, got through him though. So there's Vasco. That's looking out the port side of the ship. Now it looks like I'm in an engineering section. And here I'm going towards the bow. And there is my bridge. So this is one of these lovely, very large bridges. Great visibility. Actually, I don't know about great visibility when you've got that stuff hanging out the front. Let's sit in the pilot's seat, see what it looks like. So, yeah, boy, that's not great at all. I don't like that very much, but from the outside it looks pretty cool. So there we are. So remember, we came in over here on the port side. Get that low. Yeah, can't get the camera to look down there, but I came in on the port side. So let's exit the ship and go back in one more time. Okay, so port side. There's the ship. There's the bridge right up there. Whoa. Let's go into the ship.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
So right away, I have a ladder. I'm going to take that ladder. Now, the armory is behind me. I'm going to go forward. Look to the left. Look to the left. There's my ladder to the bridge, or the bridge deck anyways. Now I need to get back towards the center of the ship, so I'll do that. Find myself in engineering. Take a left. Forward. There's Marika, standing like a hero. Look at that.
Any news to share?
There's my pilot seat. All right, now we're going to change ships while we're here. And we're on the Freestar Vista III. So we're going to change to the other Vista, the UC Vista. Oh, I can't make this a home ship. This isn't like I'm stealing it. Fine. We're going to exit. And we got to talk to the ship tech. Man, that's a large ship. Whew. All right, so here we are. Ship tech.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade with them. Sure, have at it.
And we're going to switch to the other Vista. This is the UC Vista. Make it my home ship. Exit. Alright, let's get a look at this one. See if it's the same. Should be the same ship. Nope, you're not going to catch me, Sarah. You're not going to do it, Sarah. She's running as fast as she can, but she will not catch me. Okay. Same trick. Gonna run around to the other side. By the way, running around a ship carrying equipment is how I leveled up my... It was weightlifting skill. You have to run around at 70% weight or something.
Where are we headed next?
Yes, Sarah. Okay, let's validate that our way to get through the ship is the same as the previous one. It should be exactly the same. So here we are, second level. Armory behind us. Left. Left. What a mess. Look at that. Go up the ladder. There's Vasco. And here we are, forward engineering. And there we are on the bridge. See, it seems easy once you've done this a few times. Okay. Now we should probably look and see where are the key components on this ship. Here's the cargo hold. That's where the armillary, armillary would go there. It's my captain's locker. Take a look around the ship a little bit before we switch to the last one. Go back. Remember we came in over there. Back end of the engineering section, I guess. Lots of cool panels, but they don't do anything, unfortunately. All right, let's see what else we can look at around here. So we've already gone forward. If we go aft, there's nothing there. Oh, Marika's chilling again. Let's go aft here. Check out the armillary, the armory. I don't think I have anything in here. No, I do actually. I guess those are the defaults. Look at that. I didn't take that before. Huh. I'm going to take them now. Alright. That looks suspicious, doesn't it? There's nothing you can steal. I'll take that shoddy. Is there anything down there? Nope. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, we should find the docker, because remember, when you get on this ship, you're going to come in through a docker, and it's not going to be the same place as the landing bay, at least not on this ship. That's the way I design it. Is I like to have them right next to each other to make it easy. So let's find the docker while we're at it.
Do you need something, Captain?
So part of me wonders if it's on the top level, because the second level isn't gonna... It's not gonna be a whole lot, unless it comes in from the side, which I think on this vessel it does, but let's get to the next level here. Alright, I'll do it. Here we go. Oh, I did it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There's the docker. So if you come into the ship, if you dock with it in space, you get a much easier time to the bridge. Just go straight here through engineering, take a left, you're going forward, and there it is. So very easy if you board this thing in space. You're going to come in right here. You'll find yourself on this little 1x1. Simple. Coming in on the ground, a little more difficult. So out of here. Marika sweeping up. Good job, Marika. Keep that ship tidy. There we go. Let's exit. All right, back to the ship tech. My goodness, it's a big ship. Okay. Let's switch it up one more time.
Anything I can help you with?
Yes, please.
Sure. How about it?
We are going to switch to the Ecliptic Claymore III. This is another great one. And we're going to... We are going to run over here and pretend as if we are approaching the ship on a raid and see what it looks like. So we see the ship off in the distance. It's raining. That's no fun. Hit it with the scanner. Ecliptic Claymore III. And normally if you see these dudes walking around, I'd be thinking, oh great, Ecliptic's going to have to fight them, but they're not. Okay. So we take a look at the profile. We see that the bridge is right at the front. So we're going to have to work our way forward in this ship. It's not on the top. It's forward. Looking for that connection to the ground that would tell us that it is the landing bay. There it is. So we've got another landing bay, looks like on the port side. So we'll hustle our way over. Luckily with this ship, I don't have to go all the way around. I can just run right underneath it. There's enough clearance here, so we're going to sprint on over. Ship tech chilling. Come up the landing bay. And we're going to board. Okay, so I came in from the bottom, so I'm probably facing forward. So that is port, that is starboard. I'm gonna go forward. It's nice if there's a porthole, we can verify where we're at, but I don't see it yet. Right away we see a ladder, although check out Sarah, she's going up a ladder too. So we have two ladders. If I had to bet, I would bet that the ladder closer to the bow of the ship is the one that I care about, because if you remember, the cockpit or the bridge was at the front of the ship. So I'm going to try going to this one. I'm also going to guess that my girl Sarah knows what she's doing. Keep hitting B instead of A. Sorry, old fingers. And there we go. Sarah was right on the money. So if I look forward here, there's a command area. There's Marika. She's already doing her job. Look at that. She's trying to figure out what button to push. She's thinking about it. She's not quite sure. All right, we'll go forward.
I was just thinking about you.
See, Marika, she just says the nicest things. And here we are. This is probably one of those beautiful cockpits around. Visibility is just awesome. It looks great. And the thing that most people like about this one is no stairs necessary. Or I should say, no ladder necessary. The stairs make the ladder unnecessary. Although we had to get up a ladder to get into this one, so I'm going to just take a quick look around here. Yeah, see, it's the way they laid this out. This ship, we're gonna, yeah, this ship is tough to find your way around, I think, just because there's so much to it inside and it's not obvious. But let's go back up here to the bridge. So usually what happens is when I take this ship on the ground, I come up to the bridge, I kill 2 people in here, and then I've got to get down these steps, and the crew start retreating into these other parts of the ship. By the way, let's sit in the pilot seat here. Just remember, there we go. Sit in the pilot seat just to see what it looks like. Yeah, that's a good looking ship right there. Here we are from the outside. Got those EM weapons on the front, I think. Missiles. I don't use missiles anymore personally. All right, so we're gonna get up. And let's see if we can find the docker, because
Thanks
docker,
for stopping to chat.
oh yeah, you're welcome, Marika. Is there anything in there? Man, oh, you know what? This ship must respawn stuff when I switch to it. Huh. Yeah, that's right. So I bet when I get back to my original ship, I'm going to have a ton of stuff I need to sell or whatever. Okay, so now I need to find the docker, because if we look, we're in these little connectors here that don't really do a whole lot. So, I mean, this is one way to do it, is to come down here. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to find the docker this way. I think this is all just regular. Okay, here we go. This is where it gets confusing, right? You could easily get lost in this ship chasing people down. But we'll try to remember we're heading towards starboard now, I believe. Going forward, probably captain's, yeah, this is the captain's quarters. Forward, nothing back here. Going aft. Port. Now we're going back towards the bow of the ship. All right. So I don't think this is going to help us find the docker, so let's get back up to this next level.
Missed the sound of my voice, huh?
Oh, that's the greatest. What a funny line that is. Okay, so here we are. So the docker in this thing, it doesn't look like it's in the top unless it's in a section behind us. And if you remember when we first came on the ship, there was a second ladder back here. So I wonder if that might be where the docker is connected. So let's go up this ladder. And there it is. You see the red stair, or the red ladder. That tells you the docker's right there. So, and there it is. So what this tells me is you've got a little 1x1 docker here. Let's say I take the ship in space, come in through the docker, drop down, and now if I headed this way, it would get me towards the landing bay, which I don't care about. But I'm going to drop down, look for that second ladder. I'm going to take this ladder. Ah, okay, that's embarrassing. I told you I'm not very good with this jump up. There we go. All right, so now head straight forward, and you're in the bridge. So one more time. This is the bridge to the docker. Shoot down that thing. Forward, up. You're in the bridge. So let's exit the ship and do it one more time.
If we stop by the waterfall on this trip, I could use a few moments to unwind.
See, this is, I've been playing over 400 hours now. I am getting new dialogue from Sarah. I've never heard that from her before. She was my companion in my first playthrough. Spent a lot of hours with her. I don't know if Bethesda tweaked any algorithms, but I've been getting more new stuff out of the game. We're not even talking about POIs right now.
Captain, greetings.
I've been watching Emily's game with her playthroughs. She's had like 8 new PUIs in 8 days or something like that. So I wonder if Bethesda tweaked things in their December 2nd or 8th update. I can't remember. Anyway, so here you are. You come on the ship. If you want to get to the docker, you go up that ladder. We don't care about that right now. We're trying to get to the bridge.
It's
Here we are.
always a good day when we get to chat.
And straightforward. There's your pilot seat. We're going to sit in it, and then we're going to exit, so it's easier just to get out. Exit the ship. And now we're going to run over to our friendly ship tech and switch back to our original.
Need some work done? Sure, have at it.
All right. One of the things I do in this game is I fly only the ship that I've received through a quest legitimately, or that I have bought from a vendor of some type and then rebuild completely. I have tried playing with ships that I've stolen, and I've had a couple of the glitches where the ship gets renamed back to its original type. I've seen people report that they've lost all their cargo. That hasn't happened to me, but to try to avoid that, I just use a ship that I've built on a legitimate hull, you might say, even though every single part of the ship is replaced. So there you are. Now, you might be wondering, what am I going to do with these other ships? I mean, that thing is worth quite a bit. That thing's worth quite a bit. But this ship tech has hardly any money. So we need to go somewhere where there's some money available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at a couple of my favorite vendors for selling ships. And one of the ones I like to go to is Deimos, even though I really don't care for the vendor there. They do tend to have a lot of money. So we're going to go Deimos Staryard. Let's go. This is actually a pretty amazing place. I believe that all of this is fully fleshed out. And when Bethesda enables the ship or the space station building code and the main build for all players, I think it's going to be amazing. I mean, this is a real place. All right, let's go ahead and dock here. We'll see what the credit situation looks like.
Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked.
Are you lifting off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
How can I be of service, Captain?
I need a little bit of time, Sarah. By the way, there's a mission board over here.
I wish Deimos was exclusively
and a bounty clearance. So sometimes after I sell ships, I'll check out missions here, but we're not going to do that today. So head off down here, and we check out this dude.
You deserve the best of the best. And that... Excellent.
Yes. Deimos, excellent. All right. So this guy's got 111,000, almost 112,000 credits, which is great. But I am here. In fact, these are ships that I've sold previously. Not the Hulker, but I stole and sold this Crimson Fleet White 3 and this previous Ecliptic Claymore 3. So we're going to sell some ships now. All right, so the UC Vista will go for 87K, the Ecliptic Claymore 84K, and the Freestar Vista 87K. So I can pick one to sell. Looks like I need to register those last two, so we're going to sell this guy right here. All right, sold.
When you
Goodbye.
get serious about your spacecraft,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back to Deimos.
Okay. And I think what I'm going to try now is heading off to Stroud and Narion and see what their credit situation looks like. And where is it? There it is. This is a Nova Galactic bridge that I have here. I really like it as far as visibility goes. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Docking animation.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, let's see.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Thank you, Basco.
Even the rain.
So this is the staryard water.
Okay, here we are, Habershaw.
I can certainly see why. It's a monumental.
Oh, look at that! I got 4,500 credits. I think one of the guards heard about my exploits and
Stroud-Ekland may be new, but it has allowed us to learn from the other. Let's get you a new ship.
Oh, here we go. This guy's full up. Beautiful. All right, but I forgot to register my ships, so let's do that. Let's just check and make sure I do have to register. Yeah, need to register. Need to register. And I'm not going to have enough credits at this guy to get full value, so we'll sell one of them. Remember, I think everyone knows you do not register your ship while talking to the vendor. Do it outside. And let's register the more expensive one. By the way, I don't do any of the glitches. I don't duplicate ships. I don't sell for free without registering. Oops, I can't. Sorry, I don't mean to take your chair, dude.
Showroom if you're ready to buy. If you need anything, just ask.
All right,
Right
let's
away.
sell. Yes, sir. All right, let's sell this bad boy. All right, he's only got 72K left. I need 84 to sell that one, so we're not going to do that here. Thank you. And we'll leave. Goodbye, Stroud. By the way, Stroud also has a mission board over here if you want to pick up some missions, which is nice. Let's see where we're at actually for missions. So I often, when I first started this New Game Plus, I did a lot of these transport missions just to get easy money because the starborn ship is actually decent for transporting. I'm not going to do that now. I will pick this one up just to have it in my queue for later. But we need to go to a third location now to sell. Where we're going to head off to is the shipyard in Neon. And here we are, Volley Alpha. And we're going to go, we're not going to go to Neon, the shipyard, we're going to go to Stroud-Ekland. And we're going to see if that one works. There's a separate vendor in Neon. There's actually two vendors in Neon Core. We'll try the Stroud-Ekland office.
Welcome to Freestar Space.
And if that one works, we'll sell there. If not, we'll head up to Taiyo.
You can be on your way. And that's it. Enjoy Neon.
Okay, we'll head off to Neon Core. In my previous playthrough, I had some issues with the vendor credits not resetting at this little Stroud place I'm going to take us to. Alright, so here we are. It's funny, we come out of the terminal, but we're facing in the terminal. Alright, there's a little Stroud office next to C-cards over here.
Well, with all signs pointing to the astral realms.
Check it out. This lady doesn't do anything, but there's a terminal next to her. Self-service. We're going to go to buy ships. And see, they've only got 72k also, so they haven't reset recently. If we look to sell, you'll see... Oh, wait a minute, actually. We're going to go to buy, actually. There should be some ships that I sold here already. No, I guess not. All right, so we're going to leave here. I wonder, actually, if they have the same credit.
How can I help you today?
Goodbye. I'm wondering if they have the same credit that's linked to the main Stroud showroom. That's okay, though. We have other options. By the way, I'm just going to hit a quick save here while I'm at it. When I save, I like to rewrite old saves. I keep a bunch of old ones and then I rewrite. Otherwise, that would just get way too many and I would start to run into issues. Okay. Now I have to remember which way to Taiyo. It's in the Ryujin Tower. It's down there. Oh, great. Crazy NPC eyes. Oh my goodness. Spook on me.
Interesting. This district certainly provides evidence that Ryujin's influence has spread from their tower and out into the city.
Alright, so we're going to head over here. We're going to head up to Taiyo. Alright.
Everyone who's anyone has
Go. Actually, we need to talk to
Taiyo vessels certainly look impressive,
the lady here.
but it's what's inside
Veronica.
the engine room that
It's so
really
nice to have you
counts.
here. Excellent. If you decide to, we've got something for.
All right, what's her? Oh, good. Her credits are full up, and you can see actually. I think I've sold a lot of ships here. Oh, there's the narwhal. Maybe I haven't sold any ships here. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's see what they have to choose from. Yeah, there's one of my Ecliptic Claymores I've sold previously. All right, we're here to sell though. Oh, I need to register. Get out of here for a second.
You ready to change your life?
Oh my God, Veronica, it's so funny.
Fantastic. Prepare to be amazed.
I feel like Taiyo is the Apple of ships, or they aspire to be. All right, we're gonna sell my Ecliptic Claymore. Yes. So you can see I cleared basically 29k with that.
What's new with you today?
Oh, Sarah. Just talking.
If you want help, I'm here. What's on your mind?
Oh, Sarah, I just wanted to say hello.
Every time you talk to me, I fall in love with you more and more.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. We should trade gear. Just kidding.
We should get a drink sometime.
See, that's new. I never got that
New
before
ships better in the settled
with Sarah.
systems?
All right, here we are. So we've sold that ship, and now, as you will probably know, we are carrying a ton of junk in those, or in the cargo bay of my primary ship. Come on, Sarah, where are you at? Sarah. All right, well, I'll see you in the lobby. So after doing a big offload like that, I usually hit up the trade authority and just sell as much junk as possible. Now, a lot of people can't stand Coleman Lang.
Need to move some merch. This is the place.
I love this guy.
Need something?
I think he's gonna do yes, let's, when I say let's do some business.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna sell tons of junk. Miscellaneous. This is where we need a sell all junk button. Wow, look at the amount of junk on this, between those two ships. I mean, I am burning through these credits. I have to actually keep my eye on the right-hand side and make sure I don't delete the credits too fast. I mean, he had 11,000 credits to start with, and I am just tearing through them. Now we're in the $1 items, or 1 credit items, so hopefully I'll be able to get through all this stuff. This is what happens when you sell off 3 large ships, I guess. Now we're getting into danger zone here as the credits are going down. I may end up having to wait. Well, we might get through it. Let's see. We're going to have a ton of food items, though, at the end of this. I think we're going to make it. Oh, getting close. So that was 10,500 credits of junk. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know if we have any resources we need to get rid of. Oh yeah. These should be resources. I know they're used for crafting, but having to remember to go in here to sell this stuff. Oh, look at those coffee. Look how many coffee bags I have to sell. All right, so we're not going to do that. Oh, I think I stole that for some reason. I stole it from a ship I was raiding, so I don't understand how that happens. Oh, it looks like we can sell some of this tea stuff. That's one thing I haven't done. I haven't crafted any food in this game. I've done most of the other stuff, or a decent amount of the other stuff. All right, so we're down to 60 vendor credits, and you know, maybe I could. Let me see. Maybe I could buy some ammo from this guy, or maybe some aid. Let's see what he's got in stock for ammo. I use the Ultra Mag. I use the Caliber Caseless. I have tons of 7.77 mil, so we're not going to do that. But let's see if now we can sell some aid from the ship. Again, I agree with other YouTubers out there who say this shouldn't be aid. This should be, you know, food or something. My goodness. Honestly, it's so easy to make a mistake when you're selling all this stuff, like selling off your heal gel by accident because you're just clicking through. Such a clumsy system, honestly. I love Starfield, obviously. I've played for tons and tons of hours, but this definitely could use some improvement. And I got a PC version to play with on a old PC that I have, and so it's not going to be my main game, but it's a way for me at least to try mods. All right, we're getting near the end here. Wow, they had some stuff on the ship that I've never even seen before. Terrabrew Cortado. I don't know what that is. Toast. Well, toast is pretty popular, obviously. All right, I think I have sold all of the food items that I just couldn't care less about. Okay, Now, where are we at? Any apparel I could sell? Yeah, we'll sell this bait, this cap, workwear. Oh, I'm keeping the yellow labor jumpsuit. I like that thing. How about a helmet? Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. That's a good looking bounty hunter skip pack. I think I saved that for some reason. It's not as good as the one I'm currently wearing, but I think I kept it for some reason. He doesn't have that much left. Let's see. Is there anything else I could easily get rid of? Look at all the weapons I have. This is just from all the raids I've been doing recently. It's going to take me a while to offload that. We won't do that in this video. But let's see if maybe something I can just get rid of quickly here. Oh, that's perfect. We'll get rid of that guy. All right.
Done here? Time to move on.
Oh, that's my favorite when he says, time to move on. Let's just take a quick look at my own inventory. What it is that's carrying. What am I carrying that's... Oh, is it some weapons? Oh, that mag storm. Oh, that's right. That's the thing I picked up. Oh, and the shoddy. Okay. I can just look at new items, obviously. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna get rid of those guys next door. Talk to Frank, my man. In my first playthrough, I helped him out with his robot sticks.
Get it? Yeah, you... If you've got the credits, I've got what you need.
Okay, Kurt Russell. We're gonna see. I favorited that shoddy early on, and it's stuck ever since, and I don't want it. So we're gonna sell the shoddy. This is my main faraway sniper rifle, and I don't need this modified mag storm either. Sell that bad boy. Now where am I at? What else? What else am I carrying? Oh, I can get rid of some of this ammo I don't need. And we'll sell, what else? I never use pylons or mines. And we'll see if there's a weapon I can get rid of quickly here. Or maybe two of these guys. Starfield's definitely helped me with math, that's for sure. And do I have a cheap weapon that I can get rid of? Like a sword or something. Rescue axe, maybe. We'll sell a cut now. Yeah, we'll sell a cutter. All right, we're done.
All right, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. All right, that is all for this run through, I think. I sold my ships. Got rid of a ton of junk. This is how I like to set myself up for another mission. Try to get rid of as much junk as possible. I still have all of that weaponry to sell, and I'm not going to bore anyone who's going to watch this later by watching that. But what I do is I go to Jemison.
Looks like some sort of checkpoint ahead. See that shroud covering Neon? Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Okay, and unfortunately those are a couple of lines that Sarah says a lot these days. But anyways, I was saying, I go to Jemison, I go to the residential district, and I go to Centurion Arsenal, and I just sit in the lady's chair and I just sell over and over and over again.
That was fun. Now what?
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sarah. I'm just going to take a quick look at my... Yeah, see, look at that. I'm carrying a ton of stuff, and most of it is weapons, honestly. Weapons and spacesuits. I am carrying resources, because one of the things I do in this game is I carry resources to build outposts on demand. Maybe I'll do that in a future stream. So I could get rid of some of this. Not a lot of it, but I could get rid of some of it. But honestly, I can get that down to sub 1,000 easily. I'm probably carrying at least 1,500 kilos of weapons and other junk, which I need to get rid of. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna hit a save here. I always save twice. I don't know. Maybe it's a bad habit, but I figure more saves are better. I know that's a bad thing, but I keep the number down to a manageable number. All right, I hope you enjoyed this stream. And who knows, when I come back, maybe I'll do a mission or some space combat, something like that. So thanks for joining me on this trip into the Starfield.